So A Working Man is an action thriller Jason Statham movie based on the novel called Levon's Trade, and the film started off really well but then unfortunately just fell apart. And I'm usually the biggest fan of not only action thriller movies but also Jason Statham movies, especially after last year's The Beekeeper was pretty extraordinary in terms of having a relatable predicament of unfortunately a lot of people being scammed left, right and centre, and also having incredible action sequences that just got bigger and better as the movie was progressing. Each one was topping the last one, and each one of those were also really great in and of themselves. However, unfortunately, with A Working Man, it just was not at the same level at all, and that is what I was expecting. So actually, I was really disappointed with A Working Man. I mean, the kidnapping and sex trafficking plots are really uncomfortable and really shocking, and I feel like those aspects were explored really well in this film. Unfortunately, the wider supporting cast, the action sequences themselves, and also the set pieces were just really letting this movie down. I mean, all of the villains within the Russian mafia group were just pretty lame. You couldn't find them that threatening at all, and they were pretty uninspired. And I mean, you don't really need to have really deep and complicated villainous characters, especially in this kind of a movie, but at the same time, you don't want to make them really lame either. I mean, the family dynamics within the mafia group could have been really interesting, especially as the police are on their side as well. But unfortunately, they just didn't explore it well enough in this movie. And bizarrely, they had the opposite problem with The Beekeeper, whereas in that movie, every single action sequence was just getting better and better. In A Working Man, each one was just getting worse and worse. And so not only did it feel really repetitive, it was just so cumbersome to get through. I mean, Jason Statham did as good of a job as he could have done given everything around him. And whilst usually he is able to carry a movie fully on his own, I just feel like because of the fact that everything around him was so bad, it just detracted from his performance. I mean, it was nice to see something different from Michael Peña, and I think he was fine given the material he had to portray in the script, but he was barely in it, so I feel like it's unfair really to assess his performance. It was really nice to see David Witts once again in another Jason Statham movie, as he was so iconic in The Beekeeper, and I feel like he was playing a pretty similar variant in this movie, in terms of somebody who looks very nice from the outside, but is actually a really bad person that is on the side of the wider villainous characters. I thought Ariana Rivas was really good as Jenny. You could really feel all of the pain, and your heart really is bleeding for this character, especially as she is so brutally kidnapped and then just having to go through such horrendous things. But overall for me, I was just expecting so much more from A Working Man. I mean, this movie didn't need to have a massively complex storyline with a lot of depth and nuance. I think at a minimum, it needed brilliant action sequences, which unfortunately it just wasn't able to deliver. And so for all of those reasons, I'm going to give A Working Man a 2.5 out of 10. Now I'd love to hear from you. What did you think of A Working Man? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.